Do you need a breakthrough and a blessing in your life? Let me ask you this. Are you in alignment to receive the breakthrough and the blessing that you're expecting? Why do I ask you that? Simply because boundaries help you to live a bountiful life. Having healthy boundaries doesn't mean you don't care about other people's needs. It just means you start treating your own needs as equal to theirs. Let's talk about this more. You know what's up. Let's mix it up. Family, you know what it is, you know who it is, you know where it is. Welcome to In the Mix at 6. Family, I need you to make sure that you please thumbs up this video. Come on, thumbs up the video. You know what grows my channel is when you tap the thumbs up button. I'm growing your greatness. So I need you to help me to grow my channel. Go on. I think that's a pretty nice, even exchange. Help you to grow your greatness. Please help me to grow my channel. Why? Because this is the channel that creates change and breaks chains. You know, I began by mentioning that boundaries help you to live a bountiful life. Having healthy boundaries doesn't mean that you don't care about anybody else's needs. What it means is that you just decide to start treating your own needs as equal to theirs. We're talking about healthy boundaries, part 3. Yes, access denied. Has this been helping somebody at all so far? Listen, we're just getting ramped up. We're just going to another level. But we're talking about healthy boundaries. I want you to make sure that you share this with somebody. Simply because as we're talking about boundaries, a boundary is about more than just setting limits. A boundary is not about just, creating threats on somebody's life. Boundaries about more than just setting limits. It's about more than just an intervention. It's about more than just a courageous conversation. What a boundary is a property line. A boundary is a property line to remain properly aligned. Let me say that twice because it's so nice. A boundary is a property line to remain properly aligned. What do I mean by that? Go to your county records office. Go there. Get a deed for your property. Get a deed of your property line in your neighborhood. And here's what it's going to show you. It's going to show you your plot of land versus everybody else's. This is the area where you reside. It's your property line, or in whatever way that it is shaped. Right? Here's the thing. In your particular neighborhood, there's people in and throughout your neighborhood. And the property deed does this. The property deed gives you control of what will or what won't happen on your property. Oh, yeah. As bombastic as your neighbor is about planting tulips, chrysanthemums, roses, whatever particular flower in their garden. Neighbor wants to plant certain flowers, but they can't necessarily plant those particular flowers without your permission. As much as I don't care if they're a botanist, I don't care if they're an agriculturist, I don't care if they're the greatest gardener on the planet. They can't plant flowers in your particular garden on your particular property without your permission. Why? Because that's your boundary line. That's your property line. Them doing that is trespassing. They may want to repaint your house. But here's the thing, they can't do that and they can't make you do that. Why? Because they don't own the property. They can't trespass on the property boundary line that your deed details. And here's the thing, every neighbor isn't a good neighbor. What do commercials say? Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Here's the remix. Like a good neighbor, boundaries are there. And here's what we need to realize. Some of us live by neighbors. I'm sure you can realize it. Maybe you got some. Some of us live by neighbors that are just too loud. Some of us live by neighbors who are dealing with domestic upheaval, battling with addiction. Don't ever mow their grass. Don't cut down their trees. And now as a result of it, now their tree falls over on our property. Here it is without our permission. Your neighbor's tree is all up in your property without your permission. What does scripture say? Forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. Why? Because people can trespass on your personal boundaries without your permission. Yeah, what they're going through is affecting you. And here's the thing, that's not fair to you. The issues that they have in their interpersonal life and their personal life. Now they want to project that anger and their animosity onto you. That's not fair to you. That's what you got to do. You got to say access denied. Come on, family, type access denied. Access denied. You got to draw the line. And here's the thing. This is what we do. We draw the line and we back up from it. I need you. Come on, you're going to have to stand 10 toes down on what it is. Because here's the thing. You're trespassing against yourself. You said it, stand on it. Oftentimes what people are going through, they're trying to affect you with what it is that they go through, simply because they have not put the parameters and the boundaries in place to be able to handle it judiciously, to be able to handle it maturely, to be able to handle it properly. And now here's what you do as a consequence to you. Now you're suffering because of what they're going through. Here's what boundaries are about. Boundaries are about more than just setting limitations on other people. Boundaries are just more than just particularly trying to create a particular demand on somebody and a threat. What boundaries are about defining your property properly. Nobody gets to control what you do. Nobody gets to control who you're around. Nobody gets to control what you think or where you go. Let me say this. They don't own you. Nobody owns you. Stop allowing people to control you. Take back the control. Stop allowing people to control what you do, who you're around, what you think, where you go. Stop allowing people to trespass against you. It's a foul. It's an infraction. This is your life. You own it. You control it. No human being can dictate how you live it. Here's the thing. If I won't be under any controls at all, it's under God's control. And here's the thing about it. God don't even control you. He gives you free will. Come on. To be able to create boundaries, to be able to create healthy boundaries to be able to execute the right decisions. If God gives you free will, why are you under the control of somebody's human will and volition? They didn't create you. Why are you allowing them to control you? Come on, family. I need you to just type this. Just type boundaries. Type boundaries. Get your control back. Why? Because here's what I have to do. Can't allow people to trespass against me. I have to define the boundaries of my property properly. Don't bring pain on my property, bring peace. Don't bring gossip on my property, bring good news. Don't bring a negative attitude, bring one of gratitude. Right? Remember last time I talked about reassigning people? There's some people we need to demote. Some people we need to demote. Some people we need to promote. Some people we need to hire. Some people we need to fire. Some people we just need to realign and reassess and reassign. I've reassigned you because I've reassessed certain things in my life. Let me say this. There are some people that you have in the living room that need to be reassigned to the front porch. Yeah. There are some people in your life who are just too close. They in the living room. You need to put them on the porch. Why? Because if I bring you closer, if the closer I bring to you, the more hurt you bring to me, I got to reassign you. If the closer I bring you to me, and now as a result of it, me bringing you close to me means that you hurt me more, I got to reassign you. Where's that? Wait. Where's that singing sister soldier, Roberta Flack at? Yeah, that singing sister soldier, Roberta Flack. Because I'm not cutting you slack. The closer I get to you. Then she goes on and said, the more you make me see. Yeah. I see I got to reassign you. Why should your house have boundaries, but the house of your heart has none? You got boundaries on your house. You got a front door, you got a back door, you got a patio door, whatever other doors you got. Those are boundaries to keep safe and safeguarded, to keep us in the safe. You're not going to sleep with your door open. At least I hope not. Maybe your bedroom door is open, but sure enough, no front door, your back door is not open. Right? Because that's a boundary. Why should you have boundaries on your house, but you don't have any on your heart? Notice this about neighbors. Talk about property boundaries. Property limits, boundary limits. Notice this about neighbors. There are no walls. There are just doors and gates. Why? Because walls are permanent. Doors and gates are permeable. I can grant you access or I can deny your access. Yeah. I can open the gate or I can close the gate. But here's what you got to do. You got to watch out for the folks who want to hop the gate. No. Stay your behind over there. That's why I got ADT. That's why I got a ring bell. Because I got to watch you. You out of pocket. Here's what you do through your door. You look through the peephole at certain people. Okay, that's the UPS man or the UPS woman. Okay, that's just my neighbor over there. You got to look through the peephole of your life at certain people to decide who you're going to let in and who you're going to keep out. Why is that? because life is meant to be enjoyed, not endured. Come on, family, type enjoy your life. Enjoy your life. Why? Because he said, I came that you might have life, have it more abundantly. If I'm going to have life more abundantly, I got to decide who's going to have access to me. If I'm going to have life more abundantly, I got to delineate my availability. If I'm going to have life more abundantly, I need you to talk to me. Come on. Come on, family, type abundant life. Abundant life. Abundant life. Bountiful life is predicated on boundaries in life. This is a Selah moment. We're going to take it to another degree. But hear me, stick and stay, because after these messages, I guarantee you, I'll be right back. Hey, what's up, family? Have you checked out my resources to grow your greatness? Yeah, I'm talking about to grow as an author and a speaker. You want to get my bestseller book blueprint. Somebody's waiting for you to write that book. Let me show you how to do it. I'm giving you all the strategies of what I've used to be a best-selling author of 16 books. Surely I know something to help you. Go and get my bestseller book blueprint, as well as whenever you write a book, people are going to ask you to talk about it. You want to get my successful speaker strategies. It's a amazing video tutorial download, 4.5 hours of just content of what it is that I do to share of how to communicate and really to connect as you're communicating. Your words are a paintbrush. What picture are you painting when you're speaking? I guarantee you, whatever you're building, you can build it better if you use better words. Go right now to theeaglesacademy.com/store and grow your greatness. We have to get to the particular place in our life where we're able to delineate boundaries. Got to delineate boundaries, right? There are some people that should have access to you. There are some people who should be denied that particular access. Stop allowing people in your life that need to stay out. Why? Because here's what boundaries are. Boundaries are about taking care of your heart, your mind, your body, and your soul. Boundaries are a form of self-care, right? And here's the thing. You can't change someone, but you can change someone's access to you. Let me say that again. If you can't change people, if you can't change the people you're around, you got to change the people you're around. You can't change someone, but here's what you can do. You can change someone's access to you. Come on, family, type prioritize. Type prioritize. What is that all about? I have to make me a priority. You have to make you a priority. Why? Because here's the thing. You're stuck with you for the rest of your life. Other people may come. Other people may go. You may come. You may go. But here's the thing. I will always have me with me. And if you're going to be in my life, here's a hard truth. Hard truth alert. If you're going to be in my life, I hope you're a benefit because you're not a necessity. Hard truth. Because I'm going to have me with me for the rest of and the remainder of my life. So here's what I have to do. I have to create certain boundaries, have to prioritize me. I have to assess. I have to reassess. I have to stay in alignment with my divine assignment. Do I have people pushing me into my destiny or pulling me away? You got pushers or pullers? You pushing me there into the destiny, or are you pulling me away from it? That's what I have to get to, the place of What is my level of understanding with that? I got to be able to delineate my particular boundaries. Do I have people stopping me from getting to the next level? Do I have people who are roadblocks in the place of my destiny? Or do I have people in my life who recognize, listen, a win for you is a win for me. A win for me is a win for you too. That's why, here it is. That's why you need to be a part of the Eagles Academy. That's why you need to join the Eagles community. Why is that? Because we're empowering you to soar into success and purpose. Take your life to another level. Soar on wings as an eagle. Maximize your mindset, building your tool set, healing your heart set, finding serenity in your soul set, sharpening your skill set. It's what it's all about. Taking our life to that next level and that next dimension. Go ahead right now, theeaglesacademy.com. When you get there, tap the join now button, fill out the form, and I guarantee you will be transformed. Boundaries are me getting to this particular place of how I properly align people by defining what my particular boundary is. Right? I have a particular property deed. And too many people, when we think about our particular property, the property of our mind, the property of our soul, the property of our spirit, the property of our body, the property of how we live life properly, we've got so many people who we have allowed to transgress, to trespass on us. And here's what we thought they were going to do. We thought they were going to heal us and help us. They wound up hurting us and harming us. We thought they were going to plant seeds that became trees. But here's what was produced: weeds of worry, weeds of insecurity, weeds of things that were not pruned in our life. But here's what was taking place: certain things were planted. Certain things were implanted into our mind, our soul, and our spirit. That here's what we did not do: we did not deny access to them. Yeah. You thought just because he or she looked good, they were going to treat you good. Worst thing is being treated ugly by people who are good looking. Right? Making you feel ugly. Simply because life has become so ugly to you, simply because you have not created healthy boundaries for yourself. What is my particular property line of how I'm going to align my life and how I'm going to align my particular purpose? Do I recognize sometimes that there's good in goodbye? Sometimes there's particular hell in hello. And too many times we're giving people the pen to write chapters in our lives that produces a stain on our lives. Yeah, you gave everybody else the pen but God. And here's what happened: because you gave certain people the pen, they wrote a chapter of hurt, not one of healing. Because you gave people the pen, here it is, who should have been on the porch and not in the living room. Now they wrote a chapter of pain rather than prosperity. Simply because you did not create a healthy boundary. You just wanted to be nice, but you didn't want to be kind. You just wanted to be passive aggressive and passive, but actually not assertive. So here's what you do: you just flip out on the back end because of your emotions. Because you allow your emotions to lead you. Yeah. You just think you just gonna make certain people act right simply because You might as well just be a best supporting actor or actress in a drama because you know how to keep that up. Mm-hmm. You live a life of emotions. You don't live a life of boundaries. And it's a fine line between the two. Got to take the E off of emotions and create some motion in your life. Moving forward. Because if I'm going to expect that breakthrough and that blessing, like I was talking about earlier, it's only going to be accessed, there's that word again, through the prism and the portal of creating boundaries. And here's the thing, a lot of times we're denying ourselves access into our future. We're denying ourselves access into greater progress simply because we won't create a framework even for our own lives before we create one for somebody else who wants to come into our life. Yeah, we talk about the property of our neighbors. They too loud over there. They got too much domestic upheaval. They don't mow their lawn. They don't cut down their trees. What do you do? Oh, yeah. If you didn't see the series, Is Your House a Home? Go and check that out. Because here's the thing, I got to focus on what's the state of my house? What's the state of my heart? What's the state of my home? What's the state of my mind, my soul, and my spirit? Why? Because I'm going to live in here. You live within the house of your heart every single day. Mm-hmm. When you leave your house, the house of your heart is still with you. What's going on in your head is still with you. What's going on in your mind, your soul, and your spirit is still with you. And here's the thing, if you don't create particular healthy boundaries in your own life, you'll never be able to create them for the people who want to come into your life. You don't even have a boundary on the level of procrastination that you engage in. You don't have a boundary on the fact that you start something and then you stop because you don't feel like doing it. Oh, too much emotion, not enough motion. You start something today, you quit it tomorrow. I'm just so tired of it. It's not, it don't seem like it's working out. You've been doing it for 2 days. Come on, you going to the gym for 2 days. You coming home every single day looking for your first pair of abs. What? You ate salmon for 2 days wondering why you didn't lose 10 pounds. Hmm? You've been drinking a half a gallon of water for the last 48 hours when generally you drink Coke and Pepsi. And you wondering why your body ain't changed yet. Give it some time. Do you hear me? Stop quitting so quickly. Here's what you got to quit. You got to quit quitting. Come on, family, type quit quitting. Quit quitting. Quit excuse making. Quit giving up so quickly. Quit making promises to yourself that you won't keep. Quit procrastinating. Quit failing to create healthy boundaries for yourself. Quit talking bad on yourself. Quit talking down on yourself. Quit the level of stinking thinking that keeps you sinking. And start blooming where you're planted. It's like you planting an apple seed in your garden. in your backyard. 2 days it's been in the ground. And you going to the backyard, the front yard, wherever it is, and now you about to dig up the seed after 48 hours. Well, it ain't grown yet. What? Certain things in your life have to germinate. Certain things have to take root for it to bear fruit. But here's what you're going to have to do. You have to deny access to all the excuses of why it won't work. You're going to have to deny access to stinking thinking. Come on, family, type deny access. Deny access to drama and dream killers. Deny access to petty people. Deny access to those who are always argumentative. Deny access to gossipers, because I guarantee you, if they bring a bone, they're going to take one too. They talk about people to you, they're going to talk about you to people. Access denied. Why? Because I'm accessing my goals. Time for you to access your dreams. It's time to access the greatness of who it is that you are. It's time for you to access and grow in your greatness. It's time to access greatness. And here's what we have to do. A lot of times we're going to have to make some decisions that don't always feel good. Boundaries don't always feel good. Creating healthy boundaries for yourself doesn't always feel good. Reassessing, reevaluating, repositioning certain people in your life doesn't always feel good. But here's the thing. It causes you to move into a place of access granted. Come on, family, type access granted. Two pains in life, the pain of discipline and the pain of consequence. Pain of consequence is I shoulda, coulda, woulda. I wish I would have. I should have. I really could have. But I don't have. Because I didn't do what needed to be done to get to where I needed to go. But then there's the pain of discipline. It's doing what I don't feel like doing to get to where I need to be. None of them. Consequence at the end of the day is going to feel bad at the beginning. At the end, it's not going to feel bad at the beginning. Pain discipline is going to feel bad in the beginning, but you're going to enjoy it in the end. Got to discipline myself to have, here it is, a level of discernment. If I don't discern what should be or what should not be within me, I'll never discern that in anybody else. Here's the thing. We got discernment about everybody else. And oftentimes, what we're calling discernment is really judgment. But you don't have no discernment when it comes to you. It's like these type of people. God told me this about you, but what did God tell you about you? He don't never speak to you about you. I get it. You're always on their mind. But God ain't never speaking to you about them all the time. Come on. He's speaking to you about you more than anybody else. Y'all don't like me now. But here's the thing. When I know my no, when I know my flow, I'm able to move into a place to where, here it is, I'm not going to sacrifice my greatness for your weakness. I just deny that access. I'm not going to sacrifice my greatness for your immaturity. I'm not going to sacrifice my greatness for your attitude. I'm not going to sacrifice my greatness for your disposition. I'm not going to sacrifice my greatness because you don't want to grow. I'm not going to sacrifice my greatness because you've plateaued. I'm not going to sacrifice my greatness because you're cynical and skeptical. Not going to sacrifice my greatness because you're trying to talk me out of what God wants me to step into, because you're walking by sight while I'm walking by faith. We are not the same. And so here's what I know. I know who to know, and I know who to know. I'm not running red lights, stopping on green ones. I'm not ignoring green flags, embracing red flags. I know my no, and it's access denied for show. Hear me. Let me talk to you. This is your season to access the best and the blessed. Here it is. The best and the blessed is right here. It's waiting for you to grow into what God has for you. Come on, family, type grow. Type grow. The best and the blessed is waiting for you to grow into what God wants to give you access to. Are you hearing me? To where you got voice activated victory, to where you speak to the mountain and it moves. To where here it is, goodness and mercy are following you all the days of your life. That's access. Come on, to where you see a whole line of people, but God takes you past all them folks and puts you in VIP. Come on, family, type VIP. Yeah, God's turning the line around. God's turning the line around. I don't care if the room is packed. He's going to create room for you. Your gift is going to make room for you and bring you before great men and women. God's turning the line around. The last shall be first. The first shall be last. You were last, but now you're getting ready to be first. You were picked on. You were picked over. But here's what you're getting ready to do. You're getting ready to be the number 1 draft pick. Yeah, I ain't just talking about National Football League. I'm talking about National Faith League. You in another league because of your faith. Your faith has made you whole. Your faith now puts you into a greater place of proximity and purpose. Your faith now gives you access. Here it is. We have access by faith into this grace wherein we stand. Y'all don't want to talk to me. Faith gives me access. That's what the scripture says. We have access by faith into this grace wherein we stand. The grace to create boundaries, the grace to create healthy boundaries, the grace to grow, the grace to move in your greatness, the grace to be a faith walker, the grace to feel the fear and to do it anyway. The grace to leap away from what causes you to limp. Did you hear what I just said? The grace to heal from what hurt you so deeply. Why? Because grace, access, puts you in another place. Access does this. Everybody can't come. Everybody can't go. Access is a property line. You can look, but you can't come. You a window shopper. Yeah. You can look at it, but you don't have access to it. Come on, family, type access. Access. Access granted. Simply because I denied certain things. Access granted. Hear me, family. It's time for you to move into a greater place of accessing your greatness. I don't know who I'm talking to. I hope it's you. But there's greater in you than what you've gone through. The blessing and the breakthrough that you're expecting comes as a result of you accessing healthy boundaries, of you valuing you and the assignment that got placed on you and within you. I want you to sow into the access that is granted for you. Yeah. I want you to sow into that. I want you to sow into knowing your no. I want you to sow into creating healthy boundaries. I want you to sow into what God has for you right now. You can do that. PayPal, info@EddieConnor.com. You can do that via Zelle, EddieConnorJr, Gmail, Cash App as well, $access. I can't make this stuff up. Access Identity, Cash App, Access Identity. And I want you to name your seed as you sow your seed. Maybe you're naming your seed identity. Maybe you're naming your seed faith walker. Maybe you're naming your seed healthy boundaries. Maybe you're naming your seed growth. Maybe you're naming your seed abundance. Maybe you're naming your seed bountiful. Maybe you're naming your seed healing. Maybe you're naming your seed abundance. Maybe you're naming your seed greater. I don't know what you're naming your seed, but I'm believing God's favor over your life, over your finances, over your marriage, over your family, over your children, on your soul and your goal and your mind, your will, your emotions. That's what I'm believing for. 30, 60, 100 fold. Because here, we keep it all the way 100. Go ahead. I want you to sow that seed right now. I want you to sow where you grow. This is where you grow. This is where you grow. This is where you soar. I want you to sow where you grow. I want you to sow where you soar. Yeah, because we're pushing you into more. Here it is on your life. You have a mandate for more on your life. I don't know who I'm talking to. I hope it's you, but you have a mandate for more on your life. That's why you've been so uncomfortable. That's why you've been so frustrated. Why? Because there's a mandate for more in your life. Come on, y'all. This ain't all. God didn't bring you this far to only bring you this far. There's a mandate for more in your life. Come on, family, type more. Mandated to think more, mandated to do more, mandate to believe more, a mandate to walk into an open door. That's access that's been granted because of God's favor on your life. If you'd like to be a show sponsor, feel free to email me there, info@eddieconnor.com. If you'd like to sow out of the goodness of your heart, you can feel free to do that too. We have certain levels that you can sponsor on as well. You can inquire from within. If you're really serious about it, email me, info@EddieConnor.com. I hope you got something from this. I really do. Hope you got something from this. Listen, got a number of different resources that are out there for you. Written 16 books. Can we show some of the books that I've written? I've written 16 books. Available Barnes & Noble, iTunes, Audible, ebooks, audiobooks, hard copies. Got 16 books out there. Not only am I writing books, but I'm showing you how to write your book. Get my bestseller book, Blueprint. Available at theeaglesacademy.com/store. Go there, theeaglesacademy.com/store. I'm going to empower you to soar. You can also get my successful speaker strategies as well at theeaglesacademy.com/store. The art of communication, empowering you on how to communicate, how to really cultivate your level of communication to be able to express yourself. Why? Because whatever words you're building, I guarantee you can build it better if you use better words. Yeah, whatever you're building, you can build it better if you use better words. Once you go to theeaglesacademy.com to become a member of our Eagles Academy, it's a community. Gifted leaders, industry cultivators, trendsetters, trailblazers, history makers, movers and shakers. Who understand this, that a win for you is a win for me too. You don't just soar as high as your dream, you soar as high as your team. You don't soar in a silo. You soar around other people who empower you to grow. Let's grow together. Emotional intelligence, transformational intelligence in your business, in your relationships, in your identity, in your self-esteem, in your communication. We're talking about communicators and connectors. You want to be a part of these amazing sessions that we're having. Go there right now, theeaglesacademy.com. When you get there, tap the join now button, fill out the form, and I guarantee you will be transformed. Family, should we do part 4 of boundaries? I don't know. I feel like we're onto something on this. People talk about boundaries all the time, but we really got to have some foundational element on really how to build boundaries, healthy boundaries. Come on, just type part 4. Type 4. I think there's more in part 4. I think there's more. I think here it is. I think we have a mandate for more in part 4. Come on. If you want to see part 4, I don't want to give you what you don't want. But if you want it, type it. There it is. Family in the Mix at 6 is out of time, but you know I'm not out of truth. Like that rhetorical genius Tupac Shakur said, there's no way I can pay you back. But my plan is to show you that I understand. Once you know that you are appreciated. So I want to thank you for rocking with me. I want to thank you for riding with me. I want to thank you for rolling with me. Why? Because that's just how we roll. And we do that each and every single day of the week. Every weekday. On In the Mix at 6. At 6. On the digital airwaves of social media. But particularly on YouTube. So while you're here on the YouTube side, I've only asked you once, but let me ask you again. Come on, hit the thumbs up button, family. I believe, it's been an explosion of inspiration today. Hit the thumbs up. I'm grateful for your comments, but really what helps me grow my channel is the thumbs up button. When you tap that thumbs up button, it helps my channel to grow. I'm helping you to grow in your greatness. I'm helping you to grow. Help my channel to grow. Hit the thumbs up button, please. Yeah, it's a station of inspiration and transformation. It's a channel for change. It's a channel that breaks chains. So make sure that you subscribe to my channel. Yeah, hit the subscribe button. Subscribe to my channel. Follow me on all the social sites using the handle at EddieConnorJr. Come on, put some respect on my name, family. EddieConnorJr. Y'all keep showing love. I'm going to keep showing up. If I can help you, if I can serve you in any way, please reach out to me. I would love to speak at your event. Invite me. Your conference, your community center, your college, your school, your session, your workshop. Let's make it happen. Hit me up, invite me. I would be glad to be there and empower you. Family is yours truly, Dr. Eddie, your main man, 100 grand, your brother from another mother. Family, it's been fun, but you know a brother got to run. But I want you to know it's been a privilege and a pleasure, a treat and a treasure, a joy beyond measure. But I want you, yes, you, to remember to keep the faith and believe it's going to be bigger, better, and brighter. Peace and love. Keep soaring higher. Breaking news. This message is for you. Yeah, I'm talking to you. You don't just soar as high as your dream, you soar as high as your team. Why are you not a part of our team, our Eagles community team, where it's all about soaring into success and greater purpose? I want you to go right now and join us. Yeah, right now. Go to theeaglesacademy.com. When you get there, tap the join now button, fill out the form, and I guarantee you're going to be transformed. Your mindset, you're going to maximize that. You're going to strengthen your skill set. You're going to build your tool set. You're going to heal your heart set, find serenity in your soul set, and be an asset in any environment. It's time to grow in your greatness, in your business, in your relationships, in your purpose, with individuals who are already growing. And we have a motto in our community where a win for me is a win for you. A win for you is a win for us too. Let's win together. Come on, join us, experience the transformation, experience the celebration, experience the opportunity, experience not just information, but implementation as I coach, as I teach, as I train, as I mentor you and show you how to use strategy, structure, and solutions to take your vision to another dimension. Meet us there. Join us there. I can't wait to see your face in our digital space. Go right now to theeaglesacademy.com. When you get there, tap the join now button, fill out the form, and let's be transformed together. Spread your wings, and we'll win over and over again. See you there.